What if power didn't just buy you luxury, but erased your past? What if a man with a criminal record so dark it echoed across Europe could turn that very darkness into his biggest weapon and live like royalty in plain sight? Necati Arabaci didn't just escape justice, he rewrote the rules. From running brothels in Germany to throwing yacht parties with supermodels in Monaco, Arabaci isn't hiding in the shadows. He is the spotlight flashing wealth, mystery, and danger in every corner of his life. But behind the tailored suits and exotic cars lies a twisted game of seduction, control, and silence. The world sees a playboy, a man dripping in charm, flanked by women, laughing over champagne. But the truth? It's darker than anyone wants to admit. Let's step into that truth. Let's walk inside the life of Necati Arabaci. Not the image, the empire. Born in Cologne, Germany, 1972. Turkish immigrant roots. Humble beginnings? Maybe. But innocence didn't last. By the 1990s, the name Necati Arabaci echoed through Cologne's red light district like a warning siren. He didn't just rise, he crushed. Arabaci was no petty criminal. He was a tactician. While others fought for street corners, he took over entire blocks. He used fear like a business strategy, turning violence into profit and silence into obedience. It started with controlling brothels, then clubs, then people. He aligned himself with one of the most feared outlaw motorcycle gangs on earth, the Hells Angels. And that's when things exploded. Drugs, extortion, human trafficking. Suddenly, Arabaci wasn't just a man. He was a movement. And when the law finally caught up with him, even prison couldn't break his control. He ran businesses from behind bars, called shots no one else dared to whisper. And when he got out, he didn't disappear. He upgraded. Monaco, a city built for the elite, the rich, the powerful. It should have been a place to relax, to retire. But for Arabaci, it was a new battlefield. He didn't sneak in. He arrived in convoys of Rolls-Royces and Ferraris, flashing watches that cost more than homes, stepping off yachts with models at his side. He wasn't hiding. He was showing off. Tailored suits, custom cars, exclusive clubs, private islands, high-end everything. Social media couldn't look away. TikTok clips of his life went viral, millions of views. Some people were captivated, others disgusted, but everyone watched. And that's the trick. Arabaci didn't just buy luxury. He used it as a shield, as a trap, as a message. I'm here, I'm free, and you can't touch me. He knew what Monaco offered: privacy, silence, and the kind of discretion money can always buy. He made it his castle, his kingdom, his mask. But a mask doesn't change the face behind it. This part of his life, it's the most visible and the most disturbing. Arabaci isn't surrounded by just one woman. He's surrounded by dozens, models, influencers, high-end escorts. He walks into a club and people don't just see him. They see the women around him, wrapped in designer, smiling for the camera, always watching him. But this isn't love. This isn't partnership. It's control. Because in Arabaci's world, women are not just companions. They're part of the machine. They serve a purpose. Whether they know it or not, he doesn't date them. He owns them. Every gift comes with a contract unspoken, but binding. Loyalty, silence, and a total surrender of independence. He decides what they wear, where they go, and who they're allowed to speak to. Their Instagram feeds? Curated. Their interviews? Non-existent. No one talks about Arabaci. No one exposes the private life, because those who did, they vanished. Some quietly went back to their home countries, rich one day, forgotten the next. Others, they're just gone. No one asks questions. No one gets answers. And that's exactly how he wants it. But here's the part that turns everything from disturbing to chilling. This isn't just about women who find Arabaci. He creates them. Underneath his glittering lifestyle lies something darker: an alleged network of escort businesses stretching across Germany, Turkey, and the Netherlands. These aren't nightclubs. They're recruiting stations, training centers, control factories. Women are scouted, chosen, transformed. Some are given luxury apartments, access to elite parties, and promised the world in exchange for complete obedience. Others are used, discarded, and replaced without a whisper. And it doesn't stop at pleasure. These women become currency, tools to entertain and trap politicians, celebrities, businessmen. Arabaci doesn't throw parties. He throws operations. Under the flashing lights and champagne flutes, secrets are traded, alliances are made, and enemies are neutralized. Some say these parties weren't just fun, they were strategic. Each woman, a pawn. Each night, a risk. Law enforcement across Europe knows these operations exist. They've tried to break them down for years, but every time they get close, the trail disappears. Witnesses back out, records vanish, and Arabaci stays untouchable. Monaco isn't just Arabaci's backdrop, it's his fortress. It's a place where billionaires hide in plain sight, where wealth opens every door and closes every investigation. Privacy laws are strict. Questions about how someone made their fortune, rarely asked. And that's what makes it perfect. Because Arabaci didn't need to fake legitimacy, he only had to look the part. Fancy suits, expensive cars, glamorous women. That's all it takes to blend into Monaco's elite. But the truth leaks through the cracks. The man sipping cocktails by the harbor? He once ran sex rings and drug routes across continents. The guy smiling at a gala? He's been tied to extortion, murder threats, and disappearances. Yet, here he is, untouched. Celebrated by some, feared by others. For a principality that prides itself on exclusivity, Arabaci's presence is a stain Monaco can't seem to scrub off. Because when you chase money at all costs, sometimes you invite in monsters. You'd think a man with Arabaci's record would be locked away for life, but somehow he walks free, not just free flourishing. And that's the part that makes law enforcement grind their teeth. He's been convicted, he's done time, yet nothing sticks. His empire keeps growing, and every attempt to shut it down feels like chasing smoke. Why? Because Arabaci isn't just one man. He's a network, a brand, a system. He has connections in clubs, corporations, courts, people who owe him, people who fear him. And when pressure rises, things disappear. Evidence, witnesses, trails, even Interpol has hit roadblocks. Legal loopholes, lack of coordination, or simply too much money in the wrong hands. For years, nothing touched him. Now, the cracks are showing. Some women have vanished. Others, it's rumored, have turned informants. Quiet leaks, secret files. Arabaci still moves like he's untouchable. But insiders say the empire feels different now. More cautious, less loud. When your entire kingdom is built on silence, even one whisper can bring it down. Arabaci isn't just a rich man with women. He's a symbol of what happens when wealth, crime, and charm collide. He built a life most people dream of by doing things they'd never dare. But even the strongest empires fall. The question is, when? And when it happens, it won't be quiet. If this shook you, don't just scroll. Like the video, share it, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Want more true stories they don't want you to hear? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because we're just getting started.